What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Let's get a tweet out super quickly here. Dearest chat Marvel champions, I don't know, back again for the mid. It's not one word, is it? Oh my goodness, mid-A. The mid. It's supposed to be like this. I don't know. The midday 5-star Aegon grind. Yes. Oh, no, that's not even close. No. Okay, tweet. All right, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? How are your grinds going? Are they going well? I hope they are. We don't have a whole lot of time left in the Aegon grind, which I am excited about. Oh my god, I am done, guys. I just want to be over. The stream is actually effing lame. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for leaving your notifications on, though, so you can join the stream right away to tell me that. I am so done with this Aegon grind, though. I've got 49 million almost. And yeah, still have a ways to go, but the 5 stars, they just came back. My top 4 stars, I was able to get them all done with before the stream started. You know what, let's just start running the rank 2s right now. I love getting the rank 2s out of the way. Whatever, this is good. What's up, everybody? Brady boy, first one in here. Followed by one-way trip. You got any thoughts on the best champs for Abyss? I'm trying to single clear it. I personally don't know, because I haven't done the Abyss yet, but there's kind of this 4 horsemen thing that I think was started by MSD, and that is basically like Aegon, Nick Fury, Torch. Who am I missing? I'm missing one of the champions. Doom, yeah, so those are... I think those are like the 4. Wait, was Torch even one of them? I think so. I think those were the, I mean, Aegon's the best for it. For general purpose fights. But some fights you can't use Aegon. Bushido Brown. Send it. Oh, God, really? No, no. I'm dying. No. Please don't die. I need all of these points. Hold on, Bushido Brown. Give me 1 sec. Phew. It was a close call. Okay, Bushido Brown, Center of Pound, say midday stream begins at 12 a.m. UK. For UK and normal stream 6 a.m. Why do you hate us, BG? What do you mean? You don't like to watch these streams at midnight or 6 a.m.? It's not a good time for you? Bushido Brown, man. It's just when the 5 stars are off cooldown. I thought about doing a stream real early this morning, but it would have been too early. It would have been like 9 a.m. my time. Is when I first ran my 5 stars today. That is way too early. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna slap you, but I do see that we have some other super chats, which thank you very much, guys. But technically, this is owed to one Bushido Brown. Slap. Thank you very much, dude. Okay, J Metz also sending over a buck. J Metz, thank you very much. Saying BG. Well, let me get these 5 stars loaded in first. I always have a tendency to do this. Start reading a message, but I have to pay attention for just a moment. Okay. BG 6 paths left in 6.4, and 5 of them are Grand Master. Okay. Even though I've beat him once, I still feel so intimidated. You got it, man. You're to beat him once? You could do this. Only 6 paths left? Ah, Jay, that's nothing, man. You got this, man. You can still take your time with it if you want. You know, build up the stash a little bit. Nothing wrong with that, but you should not feel intimidated. You're going to crush it. Oscar sending over 10 though. Oscar P. Thank you so much, dude. Not even a last message, just saying sup. Dude. Oscar, that is very, very kind of you. Hold on, man. I'm getting destroyed on stream today. Alright. Oscar, updated. You are now the biggest D. Thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate that support. Very generous of you. Hi BG, I'm at lunch break. How's the grind going? It's going good. I'm starting to feel a little bit burnt out on it though at this point, you know? I'd like for it to be over. But we still have a little ways to go. Still have 3 more rounds of the 5 stars, including the round that I'm on right now. Because 1 more round now, 1 more round the night stream, and then in the morning before it's over. Got 2 more rounds of the 6 stars, and then I don't even know how many rounds of the 4 stars. Still quite a few of those. But yeah, man. We're winding down at least. We're getting there. Damn, I still forgot to pop open my crystals to boost my 4 stars. Oh well. Thanks a lot. YouTube notifications for being a dingus. No notifications again? Yeah, it's typical YouTube, man. Typical YouTube. Hey Brian, pulled the 4-star thing and fell in love with his animations. Only problem is he's left-handed. Does he have to be duped? Because he's been killing it unduped. No, he does not have to be awakened. For some fights, he kind of needs the awaken ability. It's a really powerful safeguard that he has. But no, for the average fight, he does not need to be awakened. So he's just pretty awesome. He's awesome all on his own. We're going to win Aegon. I hope so. Thank you very much for your confidence. Yeah, please don't spam, guys. You're just gonna get timed out. It's not gonna help. GG, grind for Guillotine 2099, currently at 2.7 mil. Should I continue? That's probably safe. I would be happy at 2.7, and I would probably stop. But if you really want Guillotine 2099, maybe just go a little bit higher just in case, because you never know. But I really don't expect her to go that high. If you're just kind of after her because, well, you just, you know, want to collect all the champions kind of thing, then I'd probably stop. But if you're like, your progression depends on that champion, well, pad the score maybe just a tiny bit more, just to make sure, just to really make sure. Beaver, how you doing? Spectacular. Took Beardo to rank 5 today. Lakers bodyguard, nice. Doing content very slow, so he'll help for 6.2 champion. Nice, dude. Yeah, he will certainly be helpful. Especially in that final 10%. Got 2.5 for million for Guillotine. Is that good? Guys, I got the cutoffs in the description, by the way. Might not be obvious because I took it off the screen, but my predictions in the description. So, yes, that 2.5 million, the 2.7 million, all these scores are higher than what I'm guessing. But at the end of the day, it is just a guess, so cannot guarantee the champion. PG, I'll bet you a super chat that you get 69th place. Okay. So wait a minute. How does this work? If I'm not 69th, does that mean you're sending a super chat? And if I do get 69th, does that mean I have to send a super chat to you? Fair enough. Sounds fair to me. Mo the Awesome, sending over $1. Mo, thank you very much. Where are you at? Where is your last one? Mo the Awesome. Your comment is completely vanished. It's control F it. There is no last one. Mo the Awesome. I don't know if it didn't send for some reason, because normally you have a comment with the bucks that you send over, but I actually do not see one from you today. So I might need to send it again, dude. Sorry. If you did send one. If you didn't send one, well then, just thank you very much for the buck. No, I'll super chat when you get 69th place. Okay, alright, that's also fair. Weedham Boys sending over 20. Thank you very much. That is super generous of you. Weedham Boys 2015. Hang on, let me... Oh my goodness, let me deal with this fight first. No! Can you just die already? Okay, there we go. Are the infinite streaks for the Alpha Arena Tier 4 Basic and Class Catalyst the same as if we were going for a streak on the 4-star featured? That is correct. I want to farm them, but I don't want to start over after 15 streak. Yeah, so they're exactly the same. Basically, the infinite streak is determined by the highest level champion that you can bring into that arena. And because they both have the same cap on 5 stars and not allowing 6 stars in those arenas, then yes, they both have the same infinite streak. So you'll be good there. You know what I just realized? Sometimes people ask to be able to use 6-star champions in those arenas. That could actually backfire, because they could actually change the infinite streak formula if they add 6 stars to those arenas. It'd be fine for people who have really developed rosters, but it would not be good for people who are not ready for that yet. But dude, thank you so much for the 20. Super generous. I gotta update the big old D. It sounds like you already know what to do now that you know it's the same streak formula. But if you need any help on that, let me know and I can try to clarify things. Actually, I'll just say it because, hey, there might be someone else in the chat who doesn't know, even if you are aware. So in the 4-star featured and the Catalyst Clash arenas, basically once you're safe, once you're fully on the infinite streak, you can run 440s without fail, a full team of 440s, or a full team of rank 2 5-stars. Or you can mix in a little bit lower level champions like 2 330s and a 550 for the 4 stars, or 1 rank 3 5-star with 2 rank 1 5-stars. Holy awesome, here we go. Now I see a message from you. Saying, BG, I just finished Act 6 100%. Nice. And got some juicy rewards. Mystic Tier 5 Basic, and or Tier 5 Class, and Skill 6-star Awakening Gem. Nice. Popped a featured and got Falcon. Oof. Well, that's not so nice. Falcon. Barf. But opened my Nexus and got 6-star Ghost. Oh, there you go. Who cares about Falcon then? If you got a Ghost alongside, that's not a bad trade-off. Say now the hunt for 6-star Doom or Nick Fury is on. Well, nice, dude. That is awesome stuff. Very awesome stuff. Hey, BG, if you are reading this, then you have passed the 1st grade. Oh, dude, sweet. I always wanted to pass the 1st grade. My macaroni art skills. You know, I felt like they might not have been up there, but I'm happy that they are. That's good. BG, any tips on growing a roster to make arena grinding less painful and more rewarding? I have some tips, yeah, but it kind of depends on where you're at in the game as for like how effective these tips will be for you. In general, the best thing you can do is farm the, like, I don't know if you're at the point where you're able to farm the basic arena yet, the 4-star basic arena, but just add it, you know, growing your roster by adding the easy 4-star pickups, really good. You can kind of translate that same idea to the 5-star arena if you're that far into the game yet, where, you know, don't even think about grinding for Aegon. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the hassle. It would cost a ton of units if you didn't have a very developed roster ready. However, there's a lot of champions that come through the 5-star arena that their cutoffs aren't super high, you know? It still might be high. Again, I'm not sure how long you've been playing, how big your roster is. 30 million to a lot of players' rosters, to the majority of players' rosters out there, is a super high score. But 30 million to someone who already has, you know, half a dozen 6-stars and maybe a decent size, maybe 65 stars, something like that. It's not that bad. You know, might not be still a big grind, but it might not be that bad. And if you could add 5 stars to your roster like that, well, then eventually it makes you know, just growing your roster that way will make farming milestones easier, and just in general farming the arena a lot easier. But if you're on the newer side of things, where the 4-star and 5-star, they're just out of the question. You know, just picking up some easy units out of the 2 and 3-star arena is not a bad place to start. If you can get, you know, about 15 2-stars or 15 3-stars maxed out, that way you have 5 teams that you could run, and you just run them periodically throughout the round of arena. You'll be able to max out those milestones, and all those rewards add up over time for sure. BG, should I explore Act 4 for the Awakening Gem for my Aegon? I mean, exploring Act 4 is something that everybody should do regardless. So, I'll say yes. No, like the Awakening Gem part didn't even matter. Like, sure, like it's great that it's included in the rewards, but you get mastery points from Act 4. So everybody really should 100% Act 4 at some point, you know. As for if Aegon is the champion that you should awaken, it's debatable. Aegon's a great champion, that's why I'm grinding for him, but Aegon gets better and better the later you are in the game. 4-star version of Aegon is nowhere near as powerful as the 5-star version. I'm not, I'm kind of saying this the wrong way. Of course, every 5-star is stronger than the 4-star counterpart, but I just mean relative to the content that you're doing. You don't always necessarily need to have crazy combos to get through, you know, the content that 4-stars kind of line up with. So he might be a good champion for you to awaken. You might also have other champions that would be just as good to awaken. That's a little bit harder to say. Is that a motorcycle in the background? No. That is an exercise bike. Way less cool. Well, I mean, actually, screw that. It's just as cool, right? I'm cool, guys. I swear I'm cool. BG, good luck in the grind. J-Mania, thank you. Also, is Hype good for Variant 2 completion? He's okay for it. He's not bad. Hyperion, I used Hyperion a fair amount in Variant 2. He's not an XL champion, and of course, you ideally want XL champions in Variant 2. But I mean, large is the second best. You can still do the heavy attacks with him. You can still use your specials just fine. So he's not bad. If you don't have a one of the top tier XL champions, he will fill that role just fine. Go through Variant 2. What's your favorite character? It is Man-Thing. Oh no! Am I dead? Nope. Okay, good. A lot of damage. Tweet. Look for a tweet by Jim Gordon. That's me. Okay, give me 1 sec on that. Banana Man, what's up, Swadia? GG, don't ignore Chris. And how did you get the new Black Widow, by the way? Oh, goodness. Oh, great. And that's what Chris's message is, too? Seriously? Screw you guys. Alright, new Black Widow for anyone that may have been asking. I know these trolls already know the answer, but new Black Widow, temporary early access content creator program. I don't get to keep her. She's going to be taken from my account in a couple of days. Okay, let me see. Twitter. Wait, I don't think I see Jim Gordon? I don't know if I see a tweet by you. Was it recent? Oh, something was bugged out. It wasn't letting me scroll up. Whoa. What the hell was that all about? That's weird. Hold on. I'll find it. Put these guys in first. Actually, maybe I won't find it. Oh no, found it. Finally found it. It's a little while ago. Let me see. I should go buy a lotto ticket. Did this roster and 3 revives. I had saved up 220%, 140%. What do we got? Oh, nice, dude. 5-star. Ooh, got that Namor. Nice, man. Very nice. Oh, man, the AI for some reason is being super passive in this fight. Nice, dude. Yeah, that Namor is going to come in handy. Got to get him awakened somehow. But honestly, with your roster not being super developed yet, you'll still make use of him even unawakened if you can master his unique playstyle. Be able to really pump out the damage with him. Good stuff though, man. EG, have you done any of these new rifts yet? No. They suck. I only got an arena crystal from the top difficulty. Then when I popped it, I didn't get any units or even gold. Freaking Silver Surfer. Rigged. Wow, Aaron Abdo. I don't even know what to say. Congrats on your Surfer, man. Yeah, I don't know. Man, it is really weird that they made the featured crystal look like an arena crystal this time. Should I have this Black Widow stuff on screen? I know. It's crazy. I mean, it's... Most people know about the content creator program, so, you know, I really shouldn't be getting mad at people asking about Black Widow, because they're just newer to the... They're either newer to the game, which is fine, you know, welcome new people, or maybe not new to the, but new to the channel or new to YouTube. Anyway, so welcome new people, or they're trolls like Aaron Abdo and Chris, and then in that case, well then screw you guys. But Steven sent it over £5. Steven, thank you very much. And BG had frog legs for the first time today. Thought it'd be disgusting, but it was actually alright. Guess you could say I shouldn't jump to conclusions. Why? Boo. Here I was, ready to tell you about my experience with frog legs, and now all I want to do is boo you. And nothing else. Actually, I've never eaten frog legs myself, but I worked with this girl who was born in Louisiana, and she would tell me about all the different foods that they ate down there that I never experienced, and frog legs happen to be one of those things. Not the most interesting story, I guess, but anyway, I definitely thought about my old coworker. Alright, Avery Lopez sent over 2 saying best option for Variant 2. Thing is probably, if I had to pick like one champion, Thing with synergies, he rolls over Variant 2. But there's certainly plenty of other options as well. Venom the Duck. I hear Namor is pretty good for it, which makes sense, but I've never really seen someone go through there with Namor, because he wasn't out at the time when Variant 2 was added to the game. But he's pretty good. Actually, Red Hulk is pretty good. Even some of the smaller champions, I don't know if I would say they're the best, but they're good, like Domino. You know, especially if you do have a high-level Red Hulk and you can just pair the two up together. Use Red Hulk for some fights, just heavy spam with Domino for other fights. All really good. Sentinel is good for Variant 2. Probably forgetting some obvious ones, but yeah, those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head at least. Avery, thank you very much for the 2, dude. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, most XL champions. J-Mania. Sending over 5 of them Canadian bucks, talking about 2 toonies and a loony, saying, get invited to test out new chapter and the Hulkbuster buff. Oh, dude, Hulkbuster's probably good for Rank 2. Okay, hold on. Get invited to test out the new chapter and the Hulkbuster buff, but where do you go to sign up to the content creator program? You know, I'm not entirely sure. I had some contacts with Kabam from the first time I was in it when they first started the program. I'm going to open up their forums. I know there's a post on the forums about it, and I will give you a link to that. It has the information. I don't know if you sign up there or you got to PM them or what, but let me go find it. So on the forums here, yeah, Marvel Contest of Champions Content Creator Program, and overview and application. So this will have all the info. Let's read through that. Oh, I see there's fill out this application form. So I guess that's what it is right there. Posting a link to that in the chat. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Really appreciate it, man. Mr. Cookie Liz, what's up, dude? Testing out my Sentinel some more. I'm considering rank 3ing him now. Any synergy suggestions? You know, I think that's one of the best things about him is that he doesn't really need synergies so much. I always wanted to play Sentinel and Emma together, but I don't know how much Sentinel really needs that synergy. There might be an obvious one I'm kind of forgetting just off the top of my head here. But yeah. All right, Vendito sending over 2. Thank you so much, man. Give me 1 sec. Let me load in the next set of teams. Go. Saying, BG, I'm a new player, and I'm struggling with 4.5.1. There is a champion that can help, but is hard to do the grind. I'm going for it anyways. So how much is the spicy cutoff? Is that Spidey cutoff? Also, happy birthday. On your birthday, check Twitterverse. Okay, alright. Got trolled. What is this? BG face reading all the jokes. This is accurate. Tried to catch the fog yesterday. Please no. Missed. Yep. I'd say this is accurate. I can't boo that picture because it has I mean, how do you boo this face? It's good that I can't see your guys' faces because I'm sure that's some of you guys' faces as you're typing out these jokes. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, thank you for the 2. Miro Watang sending over a £1. Miro, thank you very much. Where's your last one at? Where are you at? Hang on, get my butt kicked. Oh god, I'm really getting my butt kicked. Don't use your special. Whew. Alright. Whoops. It's bugging out on me. If you heard a Windows ding, ignore it. That's my computer, not yours. Okay. Oh, is story time? Story time? Oh, is that in reference to like my when I was talking about the person I used to work with? Miro, thank you very much for the buck. Sheila Brown also sending over a £1 saying, I'm currently reading a super interesting book on anti-gravity. I literally can't put it down. Ugh, boo. Every day, guys, with these jokes. Why? Terrible. Dr. Scorpion sending over a loony. Dr. Scorpion. Thank you very much. Saying, should I save Science Awakening Gem or nah? Do we have a previous one? ABG, should I use 5-star Science Awakening Gem on Thing? Oh, okay. Thing we're talking about. So, Thing, he's a great champion. He is one of the best champions in the game. He is worthy of being awakened, but just because a champion is worthy of being awakened doesn't necessarily mean you should awaken them. He can be played without his Awaken ability for the most part. Hold on, I'm going to Aunt May real quick. We're going to take a closer look at his Awaken ability. Give me 1 sec on that, and I will explain further. Okay, so, Thing. I'm going to go to the 5-star version. I'm going to rank 5 him. Let's take a look at his Sig ability. So, here's Thing's Awaken ability. It basically gives him a safeguard. It's a super powerful safeguard, which could potentially reduce damage up to 100%. Basically, it ranges, for the 5-star version at least, from 20 to 80%. 4-star only goes up to 70%, but from 20 to 80%, plus 1% for each rock stack. And it activates when you use your heavy attack, or when the opponent just hits really hard, basically. So that could save your life, and even if it, even if you would have survived without the safeguard, just the amount of resources that it could save you, you could argue is very worth it. But like I said, you could also play the champion unawakened. And if you... I don't know where you're currently at in the game, or what other science champions you currently have. But like, let's say you had an unawakened Thing versus an unawakened Void. Well, then I would say give it to Void, typically, since Void kind of needs it. More. Wait, almost 50 mil. BG, I'm impressed. You looking like 65 without units, huh? Possibly. I might. Let me see. Hold on, Dr. Scorpion. I want to see if you added anything else that I missed in your comments. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where you're at in the game, what other champions you have, but essentially, and the other thing is too, like, I don't know, a small damage reduction is nice, but like, you can't necessarily survive just on a small damage reduction for some of the crazier things in this game. So if you don't have at least, I want to say, enough SIGs to get him up to like SIG 40, then I probably wouldn't do it. I just straight up wouldn't do it. But if you can get him to like SIG 40, I'd say that's good enough. And then of course over time as you get him up higher. But just like the SIG level 1, it's not enough. It'll help sometimes, but not enough to be worth the awakening. But yeah, it is one of those it depends answers. He's worth it. Depends on the rest of your situation there with your champions and content you're going to do. Void or Fury to awaken? Personally, I'd recommend Void, but again, it's all situational. You might be in a situation where you need Nick Fury and you don't need Void, but typically, if I could only awaken one of those champions, like if I just got to pick from my account with no, haven't done any of the content in the game yet. Do I have Void or Nick Fury awakened? Then give me Void any day. Is BG a merc? No. What's up, BG? If that chart was real of the 2020 champs, what champ would you want in the game? Wait, what? I'd want Cosmic Ghost Rider or Charles Xavier. Just what champions would I want to see in the game? I don't really know that many characters in the Marvel Universe, but there are two that I'd like to see added. One would be Jubilee, and the other, Darwin. I think Jubilee could be like a glass cannon-y, high damage. I mean, I guess I don't know why I'm explaining what a glass cannon is, but sure, let's get into it. just a high damage character, maybe not a ton of utility, but enough Give her some prowess. Give her some maybe some other things. I think what could make Jubilee unique is if they find a way to, like, maybe they have this technology, maybe they don't, but give her a pre-fight ability that unlocks her power meter to allow you to gain more than 3 bars of power, and the more bars of power you have, like, the more fireworks she shoots out and crazier damage and stuff like that. And then Darwin would be kind of the other way around. He would not be a glass cannon. He'd be the type of guy that can adapt to situations and survive. And yeah. So my question is, do I awaken and max sig him for 50 prestige points when 2 Loki doesn't even do 7x5? Or should I just pump all my Cosmic Sig Stones into OG Thor just for funsies? 3 Cosmic Awakening Gems, by the way. I would probably do neither, Abdo, and I would just sit on it. I don't know, do you have any plans of joining a higher prestige alliance or something like that? I'd probably sit on it for the time being. And if you decide you want more prestige, then go Surfer. And if you don't care, if you still don't care about prestige, then I don't know. I mean, if you really like Thor, sure. I don't even like. I like Thor as a champion, but I wouldn't use him a ton. So I would save those Sigs for someone else. What the fudge is up, Bri Guy? What up, Jay Divine? 50 million? You're killing it. Keep going and hope you get him. Jay, thank you very much, dude. I sure hope so, too. Ronan. Dude. You sent over 50.07. Very odd about to send. Dude. Ronan. Shout out. I mean, listen. Neither of us are in 4 Loki anymore, but still, that 4 Loki love, it goes deep. Alright, if you're hearing those Windows dings, I'm sorry. That is my computer. Do not check yours. I was looking to see if Ronan was in the chat, because there's no comment. Ronan just sent over 50 big ones just because, man. Just freaking because. Ronan, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. I will update Big D in just a moment. Let me get through this Green Goblin fight. Man, who puts Green Goblin in the arena? Nobody wants to fight Green Goblin, right? Wait, is Green Goblin on my team right now? I might also have Green Goblin in the arena. But still. Yeah, Ronan, thank you so much, dude. Super generous. Thank you, man. Rip93 Ford also sent over 5 Rip. Thank you, dude. Saying, have any experience with Guillotine 2099? Not a ton, unfortunately. I have her as a 6-star, and I have a Tech Tier 5 class catalyst. Would I be cray-cray for taking her up to rank 3? I don't think that's crazy. You know, I don't have enough experience to say, like, you should totally do that or not. I hear she's good for Flow Wars. I think in general she has, you know, a bunch of utility. She's got damage output, higher potential for damage output when you, like, you know, can get her combo up and carry the combo over and things like that. I don't know if I would do it though. That's kind of a tough call. If there's other people out there with a high level Guillotine 2099 that want to maybe weigh in on where you're using Guillotine, how useful you think she is compared to maybe some of the other contenders for rank 3s, things like that, that could maybe help Rip out. I'd appreciate that. But yeah, that's a tough one, man. I think I would at least consider it. It's not one of those champions where I would, it'd be automatic one way or the other. It wouldn't be an automatic rank up, and it wouldn't be automatically off the table. I'd have to think about that one. Maybe use her a bunch. And yeah, kind of decide from there. Are we getting Candyland raid? Or is this is actually a hashtag Candyland rage? Oh no, Katie, what were you doing that you were raging? Uh-oh. Yeah, what Chris said too. Did any of you bring candy? Because I could go for some candy right now. But Katie, thank you for the raid. I'm thinking about taking her up mostly because I have only done a single path in all of Act 6, and I definitely could use some more high-level champs. Yeah, I hear you on that, man. It's got to be helpful to have a rank 3 champion to help explore and everything. I'm just not totally sure because I don't have her as a 5-star or 6-star. Sour Cat also sent over 5 of them Canadian bucks though. Dude, thank you so much. Saying BG, really want Legion added as a playable champ. Do you think Legion would ever be put into the game, or would he be too OP? Looking up Legion right now because I don't even know how he looks. Let me see. I don't really know much about this guy. He looks kind of crazy in this picture, at least. He reminds me of like an anime character here. The peace sign and everything. Yeah, I don't know much about him, but there's some crazy powerful champions that are playable right now. They don't necessarily have to match their and they don't match their comic book. Oh, whoops! Almost played the wrong hero. They don't they don't match their comic levels of power. So they could add anybody to the game. Which is kind of a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, you want these characters playable, but sometimes they get added and they're not quite as powerful. And I know, see, it's a little bit easier for me to play some of these characters not knowing how powerful they are in the comics. Oh, Legion is Xavier's son? Okay. But I know some of you guys, you know, you hear certain characters getting added and you're expecting them to be so strong because you know everything about them, and then they get added and they're just like but yeah, I mean, this game's gonna be running for a long time, so I'm sure they're just waiting for the right opportunity to add some of these characters, you know. But dude, thank you for the 5, and MC Yeezus sending over $1. Thank you, dude. Let me find your last in just a sec. Here we go. BG, you should bring back the intro you did when you accidentally awakened your 4-star Wolverine on stream. Wait, the intro that I did? Hold on. The intro? What intro did I do back then? I mean, I very clearly remember accidentally awakening Wolverine. As do many people, but I don't remember the intro that I did for that. Every once in a while I did a weird intro, but I don't remember that one specifically. Kind of curious now. Alright, Thing. Who puts Thing in the arena? Oh my goodness. Slowing down these arena fights. I really need to, you know, I should have just gone for Star-Lord in the arena, just to awaken him, just so the arena fights were faster. Playing an unawakened Star-Lord, not fun. Guessing the cutoffs, so cutoffs I moved to the description. You can see them there. I see Hunter just also copy them into the chat there for you though, as well. It's purely just a guess. Could be wrong. Please go higher. How many champion synergies do you have memorized? 411 currently. No, I have no idea, dude. How does somebody answer that? How does somebody know that number off the top of their head? ABG, how's the grind going? Douglas, what's up, man? The grind's going pretty well so far. I'm pretty satisfied with where I'm currently at. Of course, satisfied for now at least. Like, I'm not going to stop grinding. Going to keep grinding until the arena's over, so score is definitely going to keep going up. But hashtag Rob Raiders. Oh man, we're getting all the raids today. We got a Katie raid, we got an A Rob raid. Thank you for the raids. Miro Watangs. And over another pound. Miro, thank you very much. Where's your last? Hang on, let me get through this fight. Sight, scenes. Come on, Rogue. Quit making this fight so painful. There we go. Alright. Meryl. Tweet. Okay. Will do. Check that out. In 1 sec. What we got over on the Twitters? Not seeing anything just yet. Oh, wait. Here we go. Got it. So BG, love my new 565 plus my new 6-star and luck from lift. Think it might be my lucky week. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Wait, hold on. Let me read this one more time. Love my new 565 plus new 6-star from the earth. Okay. Your profile's looking good, especially with this this Corvus in here. Which one is your new 565? I'm not even sure. Whichever one, they're looking good. Ooh, the Cap Marvel, nice. The Cap Marvel 6-star. Congrats. Good stuff, man. Let's get out of my face. Who puts voodoo in the arena? Huh? Which one of you did this? Even though I can clearly see a name up there. Of course I use my voodoo arena. It doesn't matter, okay? Alright. Huzzah! Huzzah85, thank you very much for the Australian buck. I appreciate that. Where's your last? Last one is... You load these champions in first. Alright, good. We're almost done with the low-level 5-stars. We can stop scrolling down in a bit here. Okay. BG, I'm an okay player, and I've been playing for a while, but I find really struggle evading slow-moving projectiles. For example, Doctor Strange, Magneto, Scarlet Witch Special 1. Any tips to get around them? You know, I struggle with some of these myself at times. Sometimes I'm really consistent with them, and then sometimes I struggle. I guess my biggest tip for getting around these abilities is to give yourself max distance on screen. I generally find it's easier, at least, if I'm all the way backed up against the wall. And because they're slower moving, you normally have time to back up against some of these specials. Ant-Man is another one that, you know, there'll be days where I can completely consistently evade just short range. Doesn't matter the distance that I have on Ant-Man. I can just stand right in his face and do it. And then there's other days where I miss 10 times in a row, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So, but if I back all the way up against the wall, I generally find that to be easier. Scarlet Witch hers is not quite that slow. And generally, you have to just evade with wherever you're at, but when she throws it. But if you're like baiting out the special one, she will throw it even when you're backed up against the wall, which can sometimes be helpful if you can get yourself there. Oh, of course I got hit by that. But yeah, hope that helps some. Thank you very much for the buck. iRasta HD9 sending over £2. Thank you very much. Saying, who should I rank 5, Warlock or Aegon Awakened? I can't really make that call for you, man. They're both incredible champions. I can give you some advice on, like, depending on what you're doing in the game, but only you know kind of where you're currently at. You know, like if you're looking for a champion to go through the Abyss or Labyrinth of Legends or something like that, then you got to go Aegon. Most other areas, personally, I'd rather have a Warlock ranked up. I'm not saying Aegon's bad in other areas of the game. In fact, Aegon is quite good in like Act 6 and stuff like that too. But, I mean, so is Warlock. Warlock's good in general questing environments. Warlock's even good in... oh, I see. I do still have a bunch. They're just below the 4 stars that are refreshing. Warlock's even good in the Abyss too. It's just he's not good for every fight in the Abyss. Versus Aegon, like, main clear type of good for the Abyss. But yeah, ultimately, you got to make that call based on what you're looking to do in the game. Maybe you're going through some of the variants where one is better than the other. Or, like I said, looking to do Labyrinth or the Abyss or something like that. Alliance War-wise, Warlock is the better champion. I think defensively and offensively compared to Aegon. Really powered me there? Oh, come on. Oh, good. I'm so happy I evaded that. Because he would have popped his L3. But yeah, I hope that helps a little bit at least. Thank you very much for the 2. Apple Spy sent over 2 as well, saying, what do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. Spelled F-S-H. Terrible. Boo. You guys ever seen that Always Sunny where they're like teaching the kids or they have to do community service and it's at like a youth basketball kind of thing where Dennis is like terrible. Take a lap. That's basically what I'm imagining. Terrible. Take a lap for that one. Thank you for the 2 though. Clint, dude, send it over 10. Saying, IBG, good luck, you handsome man. Clint, thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Super generous of you, as always, dude. Apple Spy sent over another 2, saying, by the way, I recently got uncollected. Hey, congrats. Been playing for 6 months. Dude, that's pretty quick to get uncollected in 6 months. Of just downloading the game. 6 months later, uncollected. You're going at a pretty quick pace, I'd say. Well done. Man, thank you for all those super chats, guys. Definitely appreciate all that support from everybody. Christy Joe. Hey, BG. Christy Joe. It's been a long time. It has been a long time. Hope you and Laura are well. Please send her my love. I heard about Lola and thought I would jump on stream and let you know. Leroy and I are thinking about you. Christy Joe, thank you. Tell Leroy what's up if he is around or not. Either way, tell him I said what's up. Boats on Uchi wife sent it over to saying, BG just pulled my third duped 6-star rank up tweet. Sure. What do we got? Who's going up for the Abyss? God, they're both so good. Yeah, this is what a choice. Very difficult. Between Cyclops and Magneto. Oh goodness. I mean, Magneto, he's got to get buffed at some point, right? Right? Come on, Kabam. What's up with Magneto? So yeah, maybe Magneto could be that champion one day. One day. BG, do you think Medusa can shut down passive power gain against Guillotine 2099 with the flow defense active in war? I would think so, but I don't know. Like, I haven't tested it out. So, it's one of those things in this game, you know, you think something works one way and it ends up working totally opposite of how you're thinking. So, yeah, we definitely need to ask someone who has for sure tested that to tell you. Gee, what score are you aiming at? So I'm not really aiming for any score in particular. I'm just going as high as I can without refreshing my champions. 0 refreshing. I know I'll be able to get over 60 million for sure at the rate I'm going. It will likely be around 65. But I'm not sure. If I oversleep or something like that, I might not get 65. Or if I wake up early or stay up a little bit later, maybe it'll be more than 65. But the goal is just as high as possible without refreshing. Yeah, shuts it down. Okay, all right, we got some confirmation from a few people, so that's good. GG, why are Suicide Masteries useful in arenas? So it's not just the arenas that Suicide Masteries are useful in. That's something really important to note. But it is especially useful in the arenas because you're just trying to go as fast as you possibly can. And you do not gain more points for winning an arena fight with your health bar full. You know, and because you only have to do one fight, it really doesn't matter whether you end the fight with 100% health or 1% health. It just matters how fast you can get through that fight. And Suicide Masteries increase your damage output by far, way more than any other masteries in this game. Just across the board, 60% additional attack, always. You don't... the fights aren't 60% faster, but they are faster, and more enjoyable too. The thing about Arena is, like, you don't need anything special to do the Arena, but let's face it, Arena is not the most interesting game mode in Marvel Contest of Champions, right? So if you can find a way to make it more enjoyable, you're going to spend more time in the Arena. You're going to... you're just going to pull in more rewards overall, basically. Miro Watang sending over another £2. Miro, thank you very much. And last, please, sexy. Alright. Hang on. Last one is... Did you miss from my tweet the Awakening Gem from the Rift? Oh, did I miss that? And my new 565 is Proxima Midnight. Okay, alright. I was thinking it might be Proxima, but I wasn't sure. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, I did totally miss that. Nice. This wasn't even a selected one, right? This was just a random one, because I don't think we have enough... Or do we have enough to get the selection ones? Enough of the, whatever the currency is? Either way, congrats. Good stuff. Holy crap, I just got blasted by this Cyclops. But, yeah, congrats, and Miro, thank you again. Doing a great job of keeping your end goal secrets. I mean, I don't care to keep it secret, so. Clint, sending over 10 more, dude. Saying trying to support your channel more, spent the money to finally run full suicides. How does it feel? Do you feel the power? But dude, thank you so much, man. Support is absolutely appreciated, man. Thank you very much. Wait, not yet? Or wait, hold on. What did I miss? Oh, just not yet for, like, feeling the power of them? Well, it is situation, like, that is the one thing about the Suicide Masteries. So, they are, incredibly powerful, especially for the arena. But even outside of the arena, they are very powerful. It just depends on the champion that you are using, of course. Hang on one sec. Crap, okay, alright. Sorry, if you're the Windows ding, once again, that's me. Do not check your computer. But yeah, it like, so some champions really excel with the Suicide Masteries on, and some champions you'll find to have a worse experience with. But if you're using like Corvus or Ghost or Omega Red, like, oh my goodness. That's one of those power levels over 9,000 kind of situations, you know? Holy crap, I just got blasted by Cyclops. BG 2020? Of course. BG, can you name the best champion of the 6 type of champions, please? Example, mutant, tech, mystic, etc. I mean, the game doesn't really work like that, Cody. The game, it's more of a I consider all of these champions to just be tools to get the job done. You know, we're thrown different situations by Kabam, and sometimes you need a hammer, sometimes you need a wrench. You know what I mean? So sometimes you need poison damage or shock damage or whatever. I generally consider the Ghost to be the best champion in the game just because I feel like she's on another level compared to the rest of the champions in this game. But outside of that, you know, you can make arguments for different champions, and some people enjoy that, but I'm not really into that. You know, like the whole top 5 lists, the whole tier lists, all that stuff. I think it's kind of silly. And it really just comes down to the champions that you like more than anything. Norman Sizzle sent it over 2. Thank you very much, dude. Let me check your message in just a sec. Let me load these guys in here first. Gotta keep this moving. Saying, where is Stinky Poo Poo Aaron Abdo? Stinky Poo Poo Aaron Abdo. He's around. Or he was around, at least. He is. He says, hey, how do you know what I ate last night? Wow. Oh, man. Norman, thank you very much for the 2. BG, quick question. Should I do more schoolwork? MSD. The answer to that is yes. Of course, man. Schoolwork? Of course. Schoolwork's the best work. Or something. Yeah, dude. Steven said it over another £2 saying, BG, never trust atoms. They make up everything. I need like a famous science, like a Bill Nye or you know, crap. What's the other guy? Oh man, why am I blanking on that that one dude's name? I need like a famous scientist to boo right now. You know, that's what I really need. For any science-related jokes like that, like my boos don't cut it. But boo nonetheless, man. Terrible. Steven, thank you for the £2 though. Boatsaw Hoochie Wife sent it over 2 saying, why does Human Torch need to be duped? Just took mine to rank 2. In most situations, he doesn't need to be duped. In most situations, you know, in most situations, you only need to use his awaken ability, or not awaken ability, his pre-fight ability, I meant to say, sparingly. You know, you need to use it once in a quest, or something like that. He's not the type, oh yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. It's funny how all of you knew, except for the one person shouting Gordon Ramsay. I was not thinking of that one. There are other famous science dudes, but I guess he's, you know, does like podcasts and YouTube videos and all that type of stuff. Anyway, Human Torch. So yeah, for the most part, Human Torch does not need to be awakened because in the average time that you're bringing him to a quest, you don't use him for every single fight, right? He's good against, you know, he's good for a lot of different fights. But for the average fight, you're typically bringing some other champion, and then you're activating his pre-fight ability for like one special fight in the quest, something like that. So you don't need to worry about being able to activate the pre-fight ability multiple times in the same quest. However, in something like the Abyss, you're not really one-shotting all the fights in there, right? So you do need a way to be able to turn that pre-fight ability back on. So yeah, that like the Abyss. That's not the only situation where his pre-fight, or I'm sorry, where the Awakened ability matters, but it's certainly the one that stands out the most. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be taking up my Torch unawakened, and I'm not really too concerned about the Awakened ability outside of, like I was just saying, I wish I can get him awakened just for the Abyss. Alright, I don't know why I'm still scrolling down. I'm done with all the rank 2 champions here, but... Anyway, Bonestone Wave, thank you very much for the 2. Weedham Boys sent out another 5 saying, what's the best unit, or the best arena crystal to get units on, uncollected or regular? They're both the same. I pop open the uncollected ones exclusively outside of whatever Kabam gives out for free of the normal ones. With my battleships, I go uncollected all the way. And I do that because you get a tiny bit more gold, technically, out of the uncollected ones. It's same units. You're popping open fewer numbers of crystals, so sometimes you go on, you know, bad luck streaks of not getting units, but then there's also times where you get really lucky and you pop open a relatively small number of battleships and get lots of units. So in the long run, it all averages out to be the same. But you get a bit more gold because you have a higher chance to get 4-star Punisher, which gives you 60,000 gold worth of ISO bricks if you decide to sell them, compared to, you know, the smaller amount of ISO bricks that you get from the 3-star version of Punisher in the basic. And then you also have a chance to get 5-star Punisher as well, which, if you don't already have them, I mean, that just helps your arena grinds. And Punisher, he's kind of cool. He's not. I guess he's not that useful outside of the arena. Let's face it. But yeah, I go with uncollected all the way. Dude, thank you very much for another 5, though. Really appreciate it. But hey, man, I tweeted you a final draft. Okay, I gotta see this. Give me 1 sec. I'll check it out in a sec. Do you play any video games on PC? I used to. Technically, I still do. Yeah. So, I went a really, really long time without playing basically any other game. But with everyone being on, you know, lockdown and stuff like that, so actually it started. All right, quick story. I'll try to make it quick at least. I won't make the tangent too long. So I played when WoW Classic came out. I played World of Warcraft when it originally came out, and stopped a long time ago. But when they brought back the Classic servers, I played that for a little bit, only like a couple months. And then stopped. But then, you know, I reconnected with some of my friends who I used to play PC games with all the time. And with them being on lockdown and stuff like that, occasionally we'll play some games together. Dota, played a few Dotas recently. A few other games here and there. But none seriously. All pretty casually. Okay, tangent over. Twitter. Let me go find this picture. Here we go. Let's look at it together. Okay, this is for a. This is. Oh my god. This is for a stream layout. Great looking picture. This is fantastic. Let's get the full size basically. This should totally be the layout, yeah. If I was on a tablet, then I probably would do something like this, where, you know, the tablet is not the... God, I always forget the aspect ratio. 16 by 9, right? That's what it is. Tablet's not 16 by 9, so I would have, you know, a bunch of extra space. Basically, all the space above my head would just be emptiness. And I could put cutoffs. I could throw a bunch of other stuff in there, but yeah. As is, that ain't happening. But it's a nice looking picture anyway. Yeah. BG, please make that an emoji. Yeah, people, a few people have asked to see that as an emoji. Maybe, maybe that could be the tangent emoji or something. I don't know. We'll see. ABG just ate a slice of humble pie during my 5.4.6 completion. Used 600 units on that Ultron to get a 6-star miles as my first. Ugh, bummer. And I got 2 5-star miles and ebony maw. Oh, dude, the double miles and an ebony maw. Well, hey man, congrats on completing that though. Bummer. It's a bummer that your rewards for it weren't better. It's crazy how frequently that happens. People go through really tough content and the rewards they get are just garbage. And then you complete some other random thing, monthly event quest, whatever it is, and that's how you get your best champion. It's weird like that. Norm Sizzle sent it over another 5. Thank you, dude. Saying, with the 3K intel, do we get to choose a specific awakening gem, or is it only guaranteed that it's going to be a random awakening gem? So it's whatever gem shows up in that quest, that rift. You can hold it for the next one, but like let's say you're looking for a cosmic awakening gem, right? When you open up a rift, it could rotate between tech, mutant, like it could be anything but cosmic, you know? And you know, it's just a 1 in 6 chance when you join that quest. I don't think there is a way to keep like backing out and going in for new rewards. I don't think that's a possibility, at least. So, like if you see the awakening gem that you want, then yeah, you can get that one. But otherwise, as for which one shows up in the quest, it's random. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Really appreciate it, man. Domino's a solid option for Labyrinth? Yes. How many units required to complete it? Well, there's nothing required. It's all dependent on you. If you go in fully prepared with a high rank champion, Domino is certainly capable. Like a rank 5 5-star Domino. And if you've saved up revives and farmed some potions and stuff like that, people have cleared Labyrinth with Domino without spending any units. But if you're not fully prepared, you know, a few mistakes here and there, more than the average person, things like that, then yeah, you could easily dip into the units. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, most people do spend units going through Labyrinth. Don't want to make it sound like you suck or something because you haven't, or because you use units. I'm just saying there's no way for me to tell you how many units it's going to take you know, because everybody's different. It's hard to beat Warlock or Ebony with Ghost, right? Kind of. I don't know about Warlock. I don't know the whole interaction between Warlock and Ghost, if that's difficult for Ghost to handle. Ebony Maw, yeah, it's kind of hard to beat Ebony Maw because you're guaranteed crits miss. You just have to do like regular 5-hit combos to fight Maw with Ghost. It's not ideal. She can do it, but it's not ideal. Who would you suggest to rank 5? 5-star Sunspot or Omega Red? Both awakened. If you run Suicides, Omega Red. If you don't run Suicides, kind of a tough call. Probably have a more enjoyable time with Sunspot, but it is still a tough call just because Omega Red is that good. Like, with the need of bleed and poison immunity being higher than something like the Incinerate immunity that Sunspot has, you know, kind of depends on the rest of your champions if you have those immunities covered and all that stuff. But yeah, generally, you're going to have a better time playing Sunspot if you're not running Suicides, because he'll end fights 10 times faster than an Omega Red will. And it's not like his utility is totally missing. He's got good utility in himself with the perfect parries, the prowess that is sometimes needed for deeper content, and the Incinerate immunity. So it kind of depends. Good luck with your hunt for Aegon, Keith. Win it. Might go for him next round. All right, dude. Well, thank you very much, and good luck to you if you do decide to go for him. So what if I don't know what Apocalypse means? It's not the end of the world. Boo. If Nick Fury and Sabretooth had a baby, it would be called Nick Furry? Oh, goodness. I think that's something entirely different. I think there's a whole community of people that are into that. Sunspot is a beast. That special 2 clears most enemies, then Omega ramps up with the spores. Yeah, I mean, Sunspot is a beast. But still, if I'm running Suicides, it'd be Omega Red, hands down. Not even a question. Hey yo, what's up, Super Dirty Pickle? What's up, man? How you doing? How you been? How do you get so many 5-star shards as a free-to-play player? Shards, they kind of just come from all over in this game. Shards of any type, whether it's Premium Hero 3, 4, 5, or 6-star shards, they all come from all over in this game. Almost every area that you could think of outside of something like Alliance Quest. You get shards. It's just a matter of, are you doing the high enough difficulty to get 5-star shards? So the monthly event quest. I don't know if you're on the master or uncollected difficulty yet, but once you get there, you get 5-star shards. Same thing for the incursions, for Alliance War, everything you can think of, basically. This game is kind of a slow-moving game. You know, you don't get a lot of 5-star shards right away, especially as a free-to-play player. But when you build up to it, then you'll get shards. You get 5-star shards. You get 6-star shards. Recently pulled my first 5-star and it was Colossus. Should I be disappointed? No. You should definitely not be disappointed, Cheryl. That is an amazing first 5-star to get. So Colossus used to be one of the worst champions in this game. Colossus used to be so bad. And in fact, he was so terrible in this game that Kabam totally reworked the character, and now he's amazing. Colossus is actually one of my top 5 most useful champions in my roster. And you don't need any special masteries or synergies or anything like that with him. He does have some powerful synergies. He doesn't need to be awakened. His awakened ability is nice, but you also don't even need him to be awakened, so that is an amazing first 5-star to get. Basically, parries, parry heavy is your best friend when it comes to Colossus. And as long as you have the Stupefy mastery, you could basically just do a parry, medium, heavy, before the parry stun wears off, and just rinse and repeat that. You'll do lots of damage. I hope you don't find this insulting, only saying this because you said this is your first 5-star. I do not know how familiar you are with parries yet, but if you're not that good at parrying yet, you want to check out there's a video on the Dork Lessons channel called How to Parry Like a Ninja. And watch that video, practice that, and that Colossus will take you very far in this game. Can you guys actually join my Marvel Contest of Champions? Nathan, I have no idea what you mean by that. Do you mean your alliance or something? BJ was wondering if you can give some tips on how to get tier 4 basic catalysts. Sure. Tier 4 basic catalysts, you can get them a few different ways. I'd say the Glory Store is like the primary way, especially when you're a bit newer to the game. The other ways would be, there's an arena, which is not that easy to do when you're newer to the game. Takes quite a few points, but there is an arena that comes around essentially every 9 days. That you can get tier 4 basics from. There you can get some tier 4 basic fragments from, and fully formed ones from the monthly event quests, but the higher difficulties of them. Like Heroic and Master. Higher for where you may be at least right now. They're not that hard to do if you've been playing the game. Once you start to rank up your champions, for each level of catalyst, it kind of works like this. Once you start getting that catalyst, it becomes a lot easier. Because with tier 4 basics, let's say, once you start getting them, you're able to rank for your 4-star champions, and that bump up in power allows you to it puts you in a better position to do the content that will continue giving you tier 4 basics. You know, so you get some 440s, and now you may find that Heroic and Master are a bit easier for you. I can't say you'll for sure be able to do them just because you got one 440, but you know, it does tend to make it easier, of course. And it works the same way. Then it'll be difficult to get the next level of catalyst, which is the tier 4 class catalyst. And then the next one after that, the tier 2 alpha, then the tier 5 basic, and so on. So yeah, but most of that stuff, I would say, comes from Alliance quest activities. You can get some fragments from just clearing maps and opening up the map crystals, but more specifically the Glory Store. It's kind of where that stuff is at. Every time I try to watch your live stream, there's a Raid Shadow Legends ad. Those people spending money, BG. They do spend a lot of money on advertising, it seems, man. Which is good, you know? Hey, they support a lot of people. They may be annoying, but think about it this way. Every person that, you know, every time you watch one of those ads, they're paying me, kind of, you know? They're not paying me directly. They pay YouTube to put that ad there, but then YouTube pays me, so it's good. IBG, what's the lowest level champs to use for this arena? Me? Well, all my 5 stars are rank 2 or higher, and I do use the rank 2 5 stars. I just mix them in with a higher level, like 2 rank 2s and a rank 3 for 5 stars. And then my 4 stars, I use 440s or higher. You can use 330s, but you do have to mix them in with higher level champions. Even the 440s, I'm mixing them in with a 550 just to be totally sure. But you can use, I've been told a 550 for the 4 stars. I've been told a 550 plus a 440 plus a 330 works, which makes sense because you know, I used to run all, or I used to be able to do 550 plus 2 330s, but because people have ranked up their 6 stars higher now, the minimums went up, which if you just bump that up a little bit, just rank that up a little, you know, you'll be safe. All right, hold on. Why am I throwing 4 stars in there? Got myself confused. Still got 5 stars to run. Not too many more to go, but they're still refreshing a bit, I think. Okay, Prince Alex, 1988, sending over £1. Prince Alex, thank you very much. Where's your last one at? Whoops. My bad. Heard those Windows dings, man. I'm doing that a lot today. I'm not even sure how audible it is for you guys, because it's kind of low for me, but if you hear him, it's me. Okay. Prince Alex, and was saving my rank 4 and rank 5 tech gems for Ghost. Haven't got her, but just do my guillotine 2099 would cut your losses and rank up guillotine or wait. So I think guillotine's a good champion, and I think she's worth ranking up. I can't tell you exactly what you need to do. I'm going to give you a couple situations, though. So if you just need a champion right now, then yeah, go with guillotine. If you need what she brings to the table, the immunities, she's good for flow wars, so I'm told at least because I don't use her in war. Just in general, she's a powerful character that can help you get, you know, Uncollected or Cavalier titles, things like that. If you're ready for that, she will be helpful for that stuff. And then I would say yes, she's worth ranking up. If, however, you already have done that stuff, you already got those titles, you don't have any trouble completing content in the game at the moment, and you're just kind of waiting around, just kind of waiting for the next piece of content to come out, you know, don't have any need to rank up a certain character right now, then there's no, you know, you can keep waiting forever pretty much until the day that you do pull Ghost. And at that point it comes down to more of, you know, you could rank up guillotine for fun, and there's nothing wrong with that because, hey, you'll also get more rank up materials in the future, so you don't necessarily have to hold on to that stuff forever. But you also could decide to keep waiting. So ultimately, it's up to you, and it does depend a bit on where you're currently at in the game. But I do think she's a cool enough character that, yeah, like, it's not a mistake to give her those rank up gems, you know? I don't know what I would do. Personally, I'd probably keep holding for Ghost just because I don't have a need for her. But at the same time, I would like to pull the champion and eventually rank her up because I think she's cool. So I would also kind of find myself on the fence. But with where I'm currently at, I would probably just keep waiting. So. But yeah, hope that helps at least. Thank you very much for the pound. Bang BG, you're back, off to open every single video on a new tab. Oh man, I mean, when they pay me, I'm saying they pay me like a penny for those ads, but yeah. Thank you though, those pennies add up, so thank you everybody. That does watch the ads. BG, do you think you get more points from having more 4 stars ranked up since you can get them in more often compared to 5s? Or do you mostly do that to save on rank up materials? I just do it to save on rank up materials. It all comes down to what catalysts I have. If I had an infinite supply of tier 1 alphas, then I would just keep ranking up 5 stars. I don't know, in the past, I've done the math, and I don't remember exactly what it comes down to. But it wasn't important enough. I rather, even points-wise, I rather rank up the 5 stars, even if, let's say, the 4 stars end up being more valuable. But just, I'm not always grinding for a champion. I'm not always using the 4-star champs. So I'd rather be able to get more points out of the fewer rounds kind of thing. Paul Birkenstock sent it over to you. Paul, thank you very much. Saying last message, please. Love the stream. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Let me check out your last one in just a sec. Saying only have one rank 4 or 5-star Hawkeye duped. Have Hyperion rank 3 unduped and Beardo rank 3 unduped as well. With the way the rifts are, I can get one of them duped. Who would you recommend? Because I don't know. Okay, let me see here. So we got one rank 4 5-star, which is Hawkeye duped, and you've got Hyperion at rank 3 unduped and Beardo rank 3. So I would go for the Awakening on Hyperion. So technically both champions can be played unawakened. Let's start with that. So they can both be played unawakened, but Hyperion. I'm going to pop on over to Aunt May real quick. So if we look at how Hyperion scales with his Awaken ability, there's two things about Hyperion's Awaken ability that we need to compare to Captain Beardo's. So number one, Hyperion, like, look at the way it scales. You don't need high Sig level for this guy. At Sig level 1, he'll be fine. You know, you can get him up to like Sig 20 just to gain a little bit more, but after that, like, don't throw any Sig stones into this guy, you know? And it increases his buff duration, which affects every single fight that Hyperion's part of. Unless there's a fight where you can't gain any buffs. But, I mean, 99.9% of every single fight that Hyperion can do, his Awaken ability will have an effect. And a strong effect at that. And that's all for just awakening the dude, right? So now if we go back and we look at Captain Beardo here, we look at his Sig ability. All the different abilities that he has, you know, in some fights these things come in handy. In some fights they're super powerful. So I'm not at all saying his Awaken ability sucks. I'm just saying for a lot of fights, his Awaken ability doesn't even come into play. First off, you have to have the right champions on your team, the right class types to even take advantage of some of these things. And some of these things, they may not matter. Like the skill one. Chance, when you gain a debuff, chance to purify it. You're not always gaining debuffs in the fights. And sometimes you don't want to purify the debuff even. Sometimes you want to ride out the debuff to gain willpower healing. So yeah, his Awaken ability is not as necessary as Hyperion's. And then, if we look at the way it scales, it's not reliable until you get it to a high Sig level. So that one Awakening gem, you know, it's not suddenly going to change the way that you're playing with Beardo, whereas for Hyperion, it's going to have a much bigger impact. So, all that said, I would recommend going after the Awakening for Hyperion rather than Captain America. Still play both champions, still rank up both champions, all that stuff. But, yeah. So I just tested 550, 440, and 330 in the 5-star featured. I tweeted the results. Uh-oh. This sounds like a death match. Let me see. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Can you run 550, 440, and 330 safely? Apparently not. I know Ronin is on the lower end of the PIs, even actually all three of these. I'm guessing you picked out just for testing purposes. I'm guessing you picked out the low end PIs, but yeah, I guess that is not safe. Okay. Well, good to know, man. Thank you for doing the test. Oh God, and one of these happens to be a Havoc. You could win these two fights, but oh man. Alright, good to know. Thank you for testing and sharing the results. Paul, I hope that helps though. Thank you again for the 2, man. Really appreciate it. BG, did you know your live just got notifications? Oh, that's great. I'm glad the notifications finally went out. Alright, well my 5 stars, they're all on cooldown. I can't use Black Widow. I guess I'll throw the disclaimer out there one more time. I'm in the content creator program. I have temporary access to this hero for like I don't know how many more days, a couple more days, something like that. And then she gets yanked off my account, and it's only for the purposes of making a video for everybody. I cannot use her in any way that would give me an unfair advantage, which means I can't use her in the arena, because then I'd be gaining arena points that other players do not have access to. So. Actually, hold on a sec. I want to look at one more thing about your tweet here, Coat. So sometimes people like to go by the PI of the champions. And I've heard people say 15,000 as the mark. Technically, these are above 15,000, but only because there's a class advantage here. There's no other advantage or disadvantage, but there is a class advantage, so this would be below the 15K. I still don't know if PI is a reliable way of measuring. I generally just try to avoid that risk. Plus, then you got to sit there and do math on it and everything. But I was just kind of curious. All right, anyway, Orange Juice sending over 10 euros. Orange Juice. Thank you very much. Saying, yo, BG, 2 questions. How goes the grind? It's going good. Are you on targets? I'd say so. I didn't really have a target, so. But yeah, generally I haven't missed too many rounds, but I've still gotten sleep at night. I haven't refreshed. Also, why did the fruit bat eat an orange? Because he found the orange appealing. You're sure that earns me a boo, right? With the grin face. I don't know. Does this even deserve to be booed? Boo. I'm gonna boo it, but this is like, terrible. Orange juice. Why? Some of these jokes aren't even good enough to be booed. But boo. Oh, Max, what's up, dude? You saying 17K PI works for me? Believe it's tested. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not sure if it's a base PI thing or boosted PI. So I just don't even bother going by PI and just go by ranks. But certainly, the higher PI champions do. Like PI, I know PI has an effect on it. I just don't know what the exact cutoff is. So that's why I generally ignore it. Yeah, Orange Juice, thank you again for the 10. Clint sending over 5 more. Clint, thank you, man. Saying, oh, those suicides hit different. Oh, yeah, they do. Thanks for the vids. Used your setup. Loving that rank 5 Corvus even more. I bet you are, man. I bet you are. It's a pretty big difference, right? Especially for someone like Corvus. So not every champion is going to feel as big a difference, but certain ones, oh yeah, there's a difference, all right. But Clint, dude, thank you so much again, man. Really appreciate it, man. Alan Hernandez sending over 10. Man, thanks. The generosity today, guys. Thank you so much. Alan, thank you very much for the 10. Saying, hey, BG, who would you awaken, Nick Fury or Ghost, both 5 stars? I'm uncollected and having a hard time becoming Cavalier. Okay. This is a difficult one. So, I generally consider Ghost to be the strongest champion in the game. But, she can be played on Awakened. And when it comes down to her versus Nick Fury, who Nick, he gains a lot off of just that one Sig level. Just for getting him awakened, he has an entire extra life. So, I would probably favor Nick in this case. But, again, it's a tough call because of how powerful Ghost actually is. It's tough. The other thing I'm thinking is that, you know, for some of the more difficult fights on your way to Cavalier, Nick Fury is not the best option. There's a lot of robots along the way, a lot of powerful, Sentinel and Ultron. So that is a tough call. I think I would go Nick Fury. But that's kind of a toss-up. Let me ask you this. Actually, I was going to ask if you run Deep Wounds or what kind of masteries you run. If you run this... No, in either way, I think I'd recommend Nick Fury. I could honestly see an argument for both sides. So, if you just have a personal preference towards one of those champions, please, go with whatever you're feeling. Because it's close. The argument for each I could see being pretty close, but I'd have to give it to Nick Fury, just because, like I said, he has more to gain. Even though I consider Ghost to be the strongest champion, they're both strong champions, and Nick Fury just has more to gain out of that awakening. So I'd probably go that way. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Alan, thank you very much for the 10. If you have any other questions about becoming Cavalier, something that you're stuck on, maybe I can help, or maybe someone else in here can help. If you toss that into the chat. Yeah, of course, we'd like to help you get there. But dude, thank you once again, seriously, for the 10. Tyler sent it over 2 as well. Tyler Strain, thank you, dude, saying, hey BG, do I rank 5-star Groot or Kamala Khan? Wow. So, the worst champion in the game versus the... No, I mean... Alright, so here's the thing. I think Kamala Khan's stronger than Groot, but I also think Groot is the more likely of the champions to get buffed. So... Actually, is that even true? I don't even know if that's true. They're both pretty crappy. If Groot got buffed, he'd probably still be more of a defensive character than anything, I'd imagine. Whereas Kamala would be offensive. God, please just don't rank 5 either. Oh, man. I guess it'd be Kamala if I had to pick right now. But please don't either. But thank you for the 2. Ghost is a better defender, though, than Fury? What? Better defender? Dreamin', are you feeling alright? You just trolling or something, man? Alright, let's keep this grind going. I'm slowing down, guys. I need to not slow down. We need to keep it moving. 52 million points in. Don't want to slow down now and throw away the grind, you know? After all this work. Yeah, Ghost is flow. Pete's Ghost gets kills all the time. Really? Is it just because they're just so... Like, oh wow, this is the Ghost, man. This is Pete's Ghost. This is the Ghost that started it all. Hey BG, how's 6.4 going for you? It's going alright. I'm taking a little bit of a break from 6.4 right now during the Aegon grind. But after that, we'll get back to it. No one expects Ghost to be a control champ. I guess I could see that being a thing, is people run up to Ghost and they just think easy. But, man. She's useless for... wait, he places his rank 3 unduped Ghost on defense, and his 565 Ghost sits on the bench because she's useless for attack. Dude, oh man, Pete must be having a miserable time. Who's he using for attackers? I can't believe they took away his Ghost. That's crazy. Should I 100% Act 5 or complete 6.1 first? Try to go after the Cavalier title first. If the content is too difficult, totally understandable, because it is certainly a bump up in difficulty compared to Act 5. If the content is too difficult, back out, go back to quests that are more manageable. Because eventually you want to 100% Act 5 anyway, because the rewards, I think they're good enough. Some people, you know, may choose to skip it because it's a lot of content to do, but I think the rewards are good enough. Also, don't forget about the variant difficulties, actually. Maybe I should say add that in there, too. So, the variant difficulties, I would say they're somewhere between Act 5 and Act 6, generally. Some fights in there you could see being harder than some of the earlier parts of Act 6, but in general, you can do some... If you're looking... if you're trying to compare, like, Act 5 100% and doing just 6.1 to get Cavalier, the variant difficulties are also right in that same ballpark of a challenge. And then, because they're so rewarding, it could help you to go back and, you know, get Cavalier if you're struggling with that. Orange Juice sent over another €5. Orange Juice. Thank you, man. Saying, actually, BG, that last super chat made me raise the question, who do you consider the worst champ in the game? For me, it's Groot, no question. Worst is tough, man. Groot might be the worst. He might. I don't know. He's pretty bad. I think there's a few champs that are so bad that, like, you just completely forget that they exist in the game. So I might be forgetting certain champs that exist. So, yeah, I'd probably go with Groot as well if I had to pick one. Trying to... Alright, let me just think out loud here some of the really bad ones. So we have X-Pool Dead Force, but he's got powerful synergy. We've got Falcon. Oh, some people are saying Karnak. No, Karnak's not the worst. He's not great, but he ain't the worst. You bashing my boy Groot, BG? I'm sorry, man. Iron Patriot. I'd rather play Iron Patriot than Groot. Rather play Netflix Daredevil than Groot. Yeah, that's probably Groot. But Groot, he kind of has a purpose in this game. Like, he can be annoying to fight against. He's one of those I actually enjoy fighting Groot, because he's a little bit challenging, but he's not too challenging. And then there's ways to, like, take advantage of all the buffs that he gets and stuff like that. So he kind of has that purpose in the game. He just sucks to play as. Alan, dude, sent out another 5. Alan, thank you very much. Saying, just really torn between the two. I do run deep wounds. I really just don't know which way to go with either way. Not a wrong choice. Yeah, definitely not a wrong choice either way. If you are running deep wounds, yeah, that... Like, I was already leaning a little bit more towards Nick Fury as it is. And if you run deep wounds, then, yeah, that, for me, that pushes it a little bit more in that direction. So, I'd recommend Nick Fury, but like I said, there is no wrong choice. You're right. Is it a generic gem that you're giving the champions, or are you getting the Awakening Gem out of the rifts? I'm guessing it's out of the rifts, but if it is a generic gem, then you can maybe try to grab a gem out of the rifts first, and then make the decision on, you know, because if it's a gem from the rifts, obviously it's not generic, and you can give it to whichever, you know, the different class types, and then you can give the generic to the other champ, you know. But I'm guessing you're probably already talking about a gem out of the rifts. Anyway, dude, thank you very much for another 5. Very generous of you. Good luck making the final decision on it. Clint sent over another 2 saying, look, I found a couple of dollars for you. Clint, thank you, man. Where'd you find them? Pocket, sock, couch cushion. Either way, I accept. Thank you. Thank you very much. Matthew Eaton sent it over. Buck, thanks. Thank you very much. Matthew saying, hey, BG, thoughts on Guillotine 2099? Just pulled her as a 5-star while watching. Thanks. Dude, today must be Guillotine 2099 day. So, oh, wait. Oh, crap. Dabbing, I'm sorry. I skipped over yours. I'll get back to that. I'll read yours in just a sec. But about Guillotine 2099, so I don't have a 5-star version. Or 6-star, for that matter. Wait, what? You missed Lakers Bodyguard Super? No. Are you serious? Chris, don't mess with me on that. I don't see one. I don't think I missed one. Did I? I would be so sad if I did that again to Lakers Bodyguard. Okay, I don't think so. But okay, so Guillotine 29, yeah, so I don't have her as a 5 or 6-star. Oh, Coat did a 15k rated team deathmatch. Okay, got it. I do think Guillotine is a good champion, but I don't have the experience to really say and give you all the details about how good of a champion she is. So the things I do know about her is that, I mean, she's a robot. She seems pretty fun to play. Any robot, just for having the immunities, as long as they have decent damage output, like, that's some use right there. But I also know that she has an armor up, so she can counter Havoc. In general, I think she's worth ranking, but I don't think it's one of those automatic... like, as soon as you get Guillotine, you rank her up because she's that good. But I do think she's good enough to rank, kind of thing. I don't know how much any of this helped. But yeah, I think, oh man. MSD's not in here, is he? MSD, you floating around? I think MSD has some videos. I always forget, because I haven't seen... MSD, if you aren't here, I'm sorry. I haven't seen your Guillotine videos just because I don't have her. But I'm pretty sure MSD has some on his channel. But yeah, or just in general, just a YouTube search on that. I'm sure there's some videos out there. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on her. My inexperienced thoughts on her. But dude, thank you for the buck. And congrats, because I'd say that's a great poll. Okay, dabbing. I'm so sorry that I missed yours. Let me find yours now. I didn't really miss it. I skipped it accidentally. But I definitely saw it. Alright. BG, when does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. The sad thing is it's completely true. And yet, I still have to boo it. Boo. Dabbing, thank you for the loony, though. Alan, dude, sent over another 5. Alan, thank you so much. Saying, gonna be from a rift, and thanks, BG, with the word of wisdom. Good luck with the grind for Aegon. Dude, thank you so much. I sent over a very generous amount. Appreciate the support. Thank you for the good luck wishes, too. BG just found a super passive thing on All or Nothing / Brute Force and War. My Quake lost about 50% health. Twas sad. Been training my Quake also. Got a Taskmaster coming up, and gotta get my full evade up to the task. Alright, man. Wait, hold on. Super passive on... Oh, Brute Force. Okay, I was gonna say, wait, isn't super passive a good thing? But yeah, I guess not so much when you gotta hit him every once in a while. That sounds like a tough fight. The fact they're able to get him down at all sounds pretty good. MSD working on getting 6 months ahead in schoolwork? Yeah, that's true. MSD is busy doing that. Oh, Michael's saying I have her at rank 5 and like running her with suicides. She has regen, power control, high ramp-up damage, and immunities. She counters Mr. Sinister, Havoc, and spiked armor. That's right. Good counter for Mr. Sinister as well. I didn't even consider that with Guillotine. Okay, so there's some more Guillotine info. Yeah, I think I would like her. I just lack the experience. So I don't really always enjoy champions that you have to have high combo counts for. I find it to be more stressful. I find myself... It's one of those, like, don't look down kind of things. You know, I always find myself looking down. I always find myself looking at the combo count, and it just... I lose just that much focus, and sometimes that's the difference in a fight. It's that loss of focus. But with Guillotine, she's got that... it's her Awaken ability, right? Let's go to Aunt May. There we go. I think it's her Awaken ability. Guillotine would be struck. She has a chance to gain combo shield, pass for 2 seconds, plus 2 seconds, per additional cooldown 60 seconds. Yeah, like that combo shield, the fact that it can refresh and everything, that would certainly take away some of that anxiety of getting smashed in the face. So she doesn't need to be awakened, but it would certainly help. One with effective a combo shield, damage from incoming attacks, including special 3, is capped at 10% of Guillotine's max health. Oh man, I didn't even realize that. I'm sure I read that the first time I read her abilities, but like off the top of my head, I knew about the combo shield, but I did not know about this. Wow, that's really good. Oh, wait. Or hold on. Hold on. So you have to get hit first, though? Is that what it is? It's not just like, let's say you have a 100-hit combo, you haven't gotten hit, but you accidentally push the opponent to a special 3, and they pop a special 3. Is it capped, or does it deal the full damage? Because I think the combo shield, it only activates when struck, right? It's not this isn't as useful as I thought if that's the case. Still nice, but nice bonus. Cutoff for Aegon. I have my prediction in the description. If you get Aegon, are you going to do the Abyss itemless? No, Aegon can't do the Abyss itemless. You have to build up his combo and everything. I'm not even sure if a rank 5 6-star champion would be capable of doing it itemless with Aegon. He would crush it as soon as you got him ramped up, and he'd be able to solo tons of fights. But that first fight, ramping him up, I don't know if he can handle it. PG, when will that Black Widow be taken away? Are we expecting to have a CCP video from you, given that you're busy grinding for Aegon? I haven't played with her yet. I don't know if I'll have a video about her. We'll see. And I'm not sure when she gets taken away. I think I still got a couple of days to play with her, but yeah, I've been pretty busy doing this. I have some downtime between rounds of 4 stars, but you know, there's also some other things in life besides MCOC. I've been trying to get myself to tester and learner and stuff like that, but I've been so focused on like I'm really excited about changing the stream. Some of the changes that I have in mind. And I've just been doing research on what I need to buy and everything, because of course all this stuff, I don't mind spending on it, because I know, like, I'm going to get some quality stuff that's going to last me for a very long time. I mean, if this $30 headset has lasted me for 4 years, the stuff I'm going to buy is going to last, hopefully, a decade. So it's like, it's worth it, but I want to make sure I get the right stuff, because it is expensive, so. Tester in the Sunday stream? I don't think I can do that. There's embargoes on it, so. I'm not sure if the embargo is up on Sunday or not, but if it's not, then I can't play her on stream. Can actually heavy to get combo shield. Oh, can you? So, no, you don't have to get hit to activate the 10% safeguard. Okay. Alright, I didn't realize that. Okay, that's good. That is a really good ability then. Wait, does the heavy attack? Well, let me load in some more champions first. %100% chance to gain combo shield. Lasting indefinitely. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Max stack 2. Okay, okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, Guillotine sounds like a great champ, man. I'd love to... She's in that category of, like... You know, before I got a chance to play with Sunspot, I didn't really know much about Sunspot, exactly how useful he was, things like that. But I had heard people talk about Sunspot. It's kind of like that for Guillotine. I hear people talk about Guillotine, but I don't see her used a ton, and I don't have the experience, so. And I love the word embargo. It somehow sounds profound and luxurious. Okay. ABG really liked that the arena prediction design that you never used with the character headshots and the score had a sense of style to it, which, to be honest, besides your thumbnail, is lacking. It's fair. So I'm gonna do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm still planning it out, but like. So this screen, where I have like where I have the cutoffs here, it's not all gonna be text. It probably will be pictures, and not look like this. I don't think it's gonna look the way that. Let me get off the screen. It's not gonna look the way that it did in my previous picture, because so for my previous layout, which I can't show right now because I don't think I have it anywhere in OBS, and it would take a minute to pull that in. So anyway, in that previous layout, I had it set up that way because it was, you know, I was really confined on space. I didn't have much space at all. I don't want to have cutoffs at all on my regular screen here. To be honest, I am very much so. I just want the stream to be focused on gameplay. I don't, you know, everyone has their preferences, and I'm not saying it doesn't bother me when I'm watching a stream that it has like more to the layout and things like that. But if I got to customize it myself, my own personal preference, I prefer not to have like a heavy kind of layout to it. The fewer things that I could have on screen, the better. Of course, there's some essentials. Like I could take away my head, but I kind of like having my head on there. So, but anyway, so I'm not gonna have cutoffs on this main screen, but like this other screen, once I get everything looking nice. I'm gonna have that at like the start when I first start the stream. So if people want to see the cutoffs, they can just go to the first second of the stream on the playback or something like that, which you could even do when live. Occasionally I'll go to that screen or other screens too, which will have it, but it'll look nicer. Anyway, there's a lot of work to be done. I don't have the patience to do this. What's that, Ritz? The arena grind? I understand, man. Takes a long time. I'm 775 rounds in right now. Is Venom good? Venom is great. Venom is one of my most commonly used champions in the entire game. It's really good. BG's head is a mirror at this point? Almost. That's something else I have to work on. I feel like my head is shiny, but not quite shiny enough. I need to up the quality of my head. PG thoughts on Red Guardian as a playable character? Useless as thanks? Are you asking if he's useless? I don't know much about him yet. I haven't looked into his abilities, and hopefully we'll get a chance to get him in the content creator program so I can test him out, and I'll share my thoughts then. But yeah, I actually know nothing about him. The only thing I know about him is that he can't gain buffs, which is really helpful for going up against like Spite or some other situations. Actually, EMP mod, right? EMP mod didn't originally come to mind, but now that I think about it, EMP mod is way more annoying than something like Spite in most situations, honestly, because you take so much damage unless you're shock immune. But it'd be good for that. What's your all-time high for arena streak? I think it's 12,000. I'm sorry, 1,206. God, can you imagine doing 12,000 rounds in a 3-day period? You should start shining your head on stream at the beginning to get the ultimate shine. Not a bad idea. PG, I can see you being MODOK in the game Big Head mode. I'd love it if they if they added me as MODOK. Oh my god. Can't gain buffs, no Spite, no degen from Dormammu, EMP mod. Yeah. He's gonna have some use, I think. Sometimes characters have what seems to be really good utility, and then they hit like the noodliest of noodles, and then you don't want to play them. You'd rather suffer through with champions that are not ideal for the fight. Brian, what device do you play this game on? I notice it can be laggy when using newer heroes, where it didn't years ago. I'm playing an iPhone 8 Plus. Yeah, some of the newer characters, their effects definitely go a little bit more, but I can tell you I don't get any lag myself most of the time. Of course, every once in a while I'll touch a lag, but there's no like special animations. The iPhone 8 Plus at least seems to handle it really well. Man, I want to get a new. I kind of want to get a new phone too. That's a little bit lower on the priority list though. There's a bunch of things that I want to get, but I got to space it out. I would say the upgrade stream quality stuff is first priority. For right now, at least. Which I want to get a different microphone, and then with the different microphone, I got to get another device to plug it into. Can't plug it directly into my PC. And then I'm waiting for the next iPhones to come out, and I'll see how those are. And I kind of wanted to get a new phone. Really, like the iPhone 8 Plus is actually still really solid. It's just that I have two phones. So this is my regular phone. This is an iPhone 7 Plus, and this one is starting to have a little bit of a harder time. And yeah, I'd like to replace that one with the 8 Plus, because this one is just dedicated for streaming, not connected to cellular. That way, if somebody calls while I'm streaming or recording a video, it doesn't interrupt the stream and stuff. And then, yeah, I'd like to rotate the 8 Plus to be my main phone, and then get a different one for just for streaming. Basically a tablet, just a small form factor tablet. JJ sending over buck. JJ, thank you very much. Oh, and then the last thing that I also wanted to get is a... I've been using the same computer that I put together for about 4 years now, too, so... It's upgrade a year, man. Kind of need upgrade on that, too. Alright, JJ. Sent over a buck, though. Thank you, dude. Saying playing on iPad Pro is way more fun. Some people like the iPads, and yeah, the iPad Pros, I know they're super powerful devices, so I imagine they run this game beautifully. But I don't like playing on the larger screens, actually. And iPad BG, they're way cheaper than phone. Not necessarily, man. The new iPhone that just came out, it's only 400 bucks. And it's really powerful, actually. But anyway, I don't like playing on a larger device. I usually play with one hand, and it'd be tough to manage that on an iPad. You can get a stand, I suppose. I think Dave does that, actually. But yeah, I like to be holding the phone and just playing one-handed. Still curious how the game does on those Republic of Gaming phones. I think it's all a marketing scam, man. Sometimes companies just throw the word gaming in there. You know. I'm sure it does fine. I'm sure the game runs smoothly and everything, but I'm sure it runs just as smooth on any other of the, you know, the phones that came out in the last couple years. I run on a Pro 10.5 Arena Hertz after time. Yeah, I could see that, dude. 10.5-inch screen. Oof. Yeah, that's a bit much. I'm sure, like, looks-wise, it looks nice and everything to be on like the larger screen, but you play with the Apple Pencil? I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably try playing with like a stylus or something. BG, what's your PC specs? I'm using... God, I'm trying to think which generation of processor I have. I'll look real quick. Hang on. I'm using a 6700. Not even the K. I cheaped out. I didn't go for the overclockable one. Just the i7 6700. And then GTX 1060 for a graphics card. So, if I wasn't editing, like, streaming-wise, actually, this computer is totally fine. But my video renders, they take a while. So, it's time. I'm waiting for the next AMD processors to come out. I think they come out in, like, September or something. And then I'll look into that stuff. I don't know if I'll get that right away. I honestly, it might be another year before I upgrade my PC, because the microphone first, and then I think phone is second priority, and then PC might be last on the list. PG, does Mojo need to be awakened? How important is it for him? So he doesn't need to be awakened, yet it's still kind of important. Mojo, let's take a look on Aunt May real quick. So, let's go with the 5-star version. 5-star, rank 5. His base attack is 2346, right? If you look at his SIG ability, it ranges from increasing his attack by 2346 to 4692. So, just for being SIG level 1, you can double Mojo's attack. And if you have him all the way at SIG 200, you're tripling Mojo's attack. So it's not that he necessarily gains like some crazy new ability that you have to play the champion. But, I mean, that's a lot of attack they're giving up by not having Mojo Awaken, so. GG, you got a Science Gem out of an Epic Rift today. Feels good. Nice, man. Congrats. How'd you get the new Black Widow? Just content creator program. I don't have her. Temporary access. I can't use her. Can only use her in solo content and make a video. Give you my thoughts on her. What is the name of Ganga program? Huh? What? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Angel. New AMD processors that's coming out might be expensive, maybe. I mean, I'm not, you know, I don't usually get like the, you know, there's like different levels of processors, right? I don't get like the crazy, super highest, oh man, what's the right word I'm looking for here? God, what is the word I'm looking for like when they have like 44 cores and stuff like that? Anyway, I don't get those, you know, that people use for like high production quality rendering type stuff. But yeah, I don't mind spending, you know, $400 or $500 on a processor. Like, it's gonna last me a long time, and I use the computer every day of my life, constantly, for everything. Like, if it saves me time, if it saves me, it could save potentially like hundreds of hours over a year, maybe hundreds, maybe 100 to 200 hours on rendering time over the course of a year, and then consider that over the span of like 4 or 5 years that I'll have the computer. Yeah, it becomes worth it. Alright, it is getting to be that time though, guys. I still have some 4 stars to run, but I'm going to run those as I, you know, get some food to eat or something like that. And then I'll be back my normal time tonight, which is in about 3.5 hours or so. Wait, I just realized the person asking for what, maybe they were asking about the website that I'm using. Ooh, units. Hell yeah. Give me that 225. Hey, 225. Aw, snap. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. If you were talking about this website, maybe this is Aunt May. I'll put a link to it in the chat. But then you click on champions, click on any champion you want, look at all their abilities and things like that. Okay. On that note, though, I'm out of here, guys. Like I said, I'll be back in a few hours for my normal time tonight. We'll continue the grind. 5 stars. We'll be back about halfway through that stream, so get to run those again. Got to remember to run the 6 stars in a couple hours as well. Ronan, if you're still in here, man, shout out to Ronan for being today's biggest D. Thank you very much, dude. And yeah, thank you to everyone else. A lot of very generous super chats and things. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate the support. And I will see you guys later then. I can't do it with this egg. I just can't do it. I can't. Oh, man. Take this stupid egg away. Alright, later, guys.